Hello investors, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this segment of my YouTube channel, I provide weekly market analysis every Sunday, highlighting the potential trade setup for the upcoming week. Subscribe to my YouTube channel so you never miss an update. Trend. Speed can fool you, can fool anyone. That's why we have dumb money and smart money. Now. A move can be fast, aggressive, and still mean nothing. What actually defines a trend in the market isn't how quickly price move, but how long it can hold that direction. Real trends are usually not explosive, they are consistent. They respect time, they pull back, they continue. They respect time, they pull back, they continue. You see, that behavior is what gives market meaning. Anyone can create a spike, but not everything can sustain a path. It's the same thing in life. A quick burst of effort looks impressive. A few intense days, sudden motivation, there's a big start, but they don't last. Real momentum is quiet, it's showing up repeatedly, even when it's not exciting anymore. Because in the end, speed grabs attention, but consistency is what moves you forward. Let's go to our chart. What's up guys, welcome back to my screen. Today I'll be touching a few pairs, just 5 pairs: dollar, euro, dollar, gold, USD CHF, and BTC. Starting this week, I heard that the Strait of Hormuz has been closed again, and the last time that happened, US oil price was spiking, gold was dying. Today we'll be focusing on technicals. We'll get a little bit of fundamentals very soon. I mean, the dollar has been in a range for a minute now. This is on a weekly time frame. We've been in a range since March 2025 all the way to 2026. That's a year plus now. That does not mean we cannot find trades on a lower time frame, because this is on a weekly time frame. My predictions are very simple. I first tried to draw my Fibonacci from here all the way here, and I noticed that we are just currently at the 0.7 Fibonacci. Can you see? We're just respecting off of the 0.7 Fibonacci. Now, before I continue, I'll be expecting gold, dollar to buy. There are so many other reasons. I will not only use this Fibonacci reason as a concrete reason for why I want to buy the market, but there are certain reasons why I do want to buy the market. And I feel like if we want to continue selling, the market needs to buy into this region before we continue selling. We need to have like a push to the upside, tricking people for more buys than a sudden tank. Once we push to the upside, we expect a retest and continuation. But if we do really want to sell, we'll just pinpoint off of this point of this region and start dropping to the downside, maybe here or maybe here. But that's not proof. For now, I don't know if I also draw my Fibonacci from these highs to these lows and we're looking for sales. We're just in that region. Let me just remove this 0.7. I really don't use it. Now, so my predictions are very simple. If I go to a daily time frame, I think my predictions will be more obvious for what I'm trying to do. As at 2 weeks ago, when we had all this push to the upside, now I'm just focusing on the most immediate trend on a daily time frame. We've suddenly rejected this place 1, 2, 3 and multiple times, and I saw all of this push to the upside. Even if we had a double top rejection, I was like, okay, I'm going to be watching out for this region. Why? There are 2 reasons. I can see a support here on a previous time frame, and if I stretch this out, I can see that okay, we kind of have a support here, but it's not that strong. Then if I also draw my Fibonacci from the lowest point to the highest point in the market, I can see that we pulled into this Fibonacci level, and I'll be waiting for a rejection, and that happened on Friday. We just sat in and we rejected. So what I'll be waiting for is, I don't know, with the news that came out this weekend, I feel like we're just going to have a major spike all the way to the upside. We just want to have a major spike, but I would love to see a character shift. Once I get the character shift, I'm going to call the trade out live. I'm almost certain this trade is going to play out. I will not be trading the dollar. I'll use this to examine my other peers. So this is basically it on a 4 hours time frame. I'm waiting for a structure shift for this trade setup. If I go back to a daily time frame, I think it will be very obvious. if we want to do too much, we will extend here. But I mean, from here, from my entry all the way here is that's 5 hour. I mean, to be more than that if we catch a very good entry. On to the next market. That's dollar for you. Now I see that the dollar wants to buy, and I'm just obviously going to be looking for sales on Euro USD. So I come to the dollar to get my confluence. That's what I do every time. Perfect. Let's go to weekly time frame. I'll be quick about this. It's the same thing. We've been selling for a minute, then all of a sudden we've had this, push to the upside, and we filled it out. Same Fibonacci strategy trade. We had all this push to the upside. We danced, then eventually pinpoint into the Fibonacci region and went to the extension. Now we go to the extension. I'm seeing some reversal patterns, and I'm expecting this market to pull back into this region and start and keep buying to the upside. That's why I said I feel like the dollar is still bearish, but for now we might buy to an extent, then we keep selling. So yeah, I mean, you already understand the direction on the weekly time frame. Now let me now scale down to a daily time frame so we could see more. And after all of this is now the most recent low in the market. If I draw my Fibonacci from this low to this high, you see that it aligns with what I'm looking for. So I'm expecting this market to sell off here all the way into this neckline plus a Fibonacci zone for us to come and complete the move all the way to this bad boy here. I'll be extremely patient with this trade. I'll go to a daily time frame. We already have the direction we're looking for. We have a bias. Let me go to a daily time frame so we align with more things. Now on a daily time frame, I mean, this trade is not solid yet till it happens. It's just my prediction. I can also I see us rejecting off of this place multiple times. If I draw my Fibonacci from the lowest point, and I can also see that we broke below this point. If I draw my Fibonacci from the highest point to the lowest point, you can definitely see we are also inside Fibonacci for sales, which was the other way around for Fibonacci for buys for gold. Now, if I was going to be patient, I need a structure shift. I need some more momentum to the downside, a push to the upside, then we drop all the way here. I mean, this is on a daily time frame, so mind you, this is going to take days to play out. If we do drop from here, I'll be expecting a buy from all this way. But till now, let's not focus on the buy. I'm trying to focus on what we can profit from this week, which is a sell trade setup I'm looking out for. And just that easy. I mean, on the 4 hours, which was what I was saying. I would like to see. Can you see this pin bar? This is 2 hours of, I mean, 2 hours, 4 hours candle rather on this trade. I'm trying to be very fast. I don't want this video to be very lengthy, but yeah, this is it. So I'll be expecting a push then to the downside. If you can get this, then we're good for the week. I mean, it's going to be a blessed week for everybody. Yeah, that's what I see on Euro USD. This is a very simple trade. And if it does not play out, it's fine, do you get? I mean, 2 4 hours candle rejection on a daily time frame is looking massive. So I expect more push. We pull back into a gap somewhere here. Then, boy, we can now get in. On to my next pair for the day. I'll be going through XAUSD. Okay. As always, weekly time frame as well. I really don't want to say much about gold, to be honest with you. See that after this dump to the downside, all this buy to the upside has been weak. I'm just going to go to a daily time frame. I still see the same thing. I already used dollar to give me my prediction. We called this on our Telegram group. If you're not part of the group, the link is going to be somewhere on the screen. We called this short from, we took the Fibonacci from these points to these points, and we called the sell trade all the way to this down place, but we're done with the sell trade. If I extend it, I think it's making sense now. And then if I go to a 4 hours time frame, we'll see things in a better way. Me, I'm not a fan of selling gold. I say sell trade on gold, but trust me, I'm not going to be selling. And if I did draw my fib from the highest point to the lowest point, you can definitely see that we're in a Fibonacci. Now, one or two things can happen. We can easily break out, retest and keep buying on. We can just dump all the way to the downside here to grab some liquidity, then keep buying. Mind you, I'm still very, very bullish on gold, but I feel like we're going to have some bearish continuation, then we will eventually start buying to the upside. So I will not really be calling a trade on gold, but if you want to sell this market, I'm almost 60% sure the market is going to sell. Now, on to the next market, USD CHF. Weekly time frame as usual, first of all. Exactly. Weekly time frame as usual. I mean, you can see it's just a repeated pattern: pull back, sell, pull back, sell, pull back, sell, pull back again, sell, maybe pull back or keep selling. Do you get? So, and I know they correlate with the dollar as well. If the dollar is bearish, USDCHF is going down. So for now, I'll be expecting a bullish. I expect reversal patterns on almost all pairs for now, and obvious why I said so. I'm going to daily time frame now. We already understand our direction on the lower time frame. I also think we have some liquidity to come and fill out up here. Maybe buy all the way here, break our retest, buy all the way here, then dump to the downside. But this on the daily time frame is going to take a very long time to play out. This is still like July, if not August. But I'll be quick about this week's trade. Same thing, very, very, very similar to dollar. Once I can predict what dollar wants to do, the other markets becomes a lot easier for me. Do you get? Exactly. So Fibonacci from the lowest point to the highest point in the market, we can all see that we're in our 0.5 Fibonacci region. And you also can see this rejection on a daily time frame. Although we can also still come back, ping pong, but like I expect us to push out, retest for more push to the upside. This will be a 5 hour out trade as usual. Most of my trades are always 5 hour out. It's only sometimes 3 hour out. This one's even a 4 hour out trade, but like I said, and if I do extend or hold it all the way here, it's going to be like 8 hour out, but that's not even the point at the moment. The point is we have significant change of structure that is about to happen in this market. Very, very simple. Let me go to a daily 4 hours time frame. Exactly. So I'm not even looking too far. I'm not trying to see what happened in 2025, to be honest. I'm just focused on the most immediate trend we have in the market, which is this. Exactly. Pull back into this region, all of this, all of this. So I do expect a spike from our fib region, pull back, push to the upside, and let's see how if the trade. I mean, if this prediction comes to life, I'm going to get it on the Telegram. Then one more trade before I leave you guys today: BTC USD. BTC USD. Once again, we'll go back to our weekly time frame. Then we start the top-down analysis from there. I have a video dropping on top-down analysis sometimes this month, but I mean, I shot the video for a year now. I've just been lazy releasing the video out to people. We're bullish on the weekly time frame. We're very, very bullish. We'll be bullish for a minute. So what do I see? I'm focusing on the most immediate trend in the market. After all this bullish momentum to the upside, definitely need to break to a discount price before we keep buying, which is what I've been predicting on BTC USD. Even if I pull my Fibonacci is not extremely strong on the weekly time frame, but it's very easy. I mean, we already have our direction. For every time we've been selling, and I expect we sold one, we pull back, sold two, we're pulling back. I expect one more sell, then a change of structure and keep buying to the upside. This is going to play out. I don't want to know, but I won't. I won't be cocky about it. But this I'm certain is going to play out. Now, my predictions are very simple, but what will I be expecting for now? That means on the weekly time frame, this can play out till next year. I already have my direction on the weekly time frame. Now I'm going to the daily time frame. Yeah, we had all this prediction come to life. So if I did draw my Fibonacci from the highest point to the lowest point, it seems like we still have I don't know if I should use here, but like it seems like we just ping off of the 0.5. BTC, I also think we're bearish. We might just have a little spike here, then dump all the way here. Then we can now buy from here. But no, I will not be calling anything on BTC. I'll come back for BTC next week. But my predictions are still bearish until we have a change of structure around this particular region. Off we go into 200k, new levels unlocked. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy the market breakdown, want more trading tips and market analysis, hit that subscribe button and join the community. And I'll see you next week with another outlook.